Imagine this, it's the dawn of 2025. A fresh year. A blank slate. And the opportunity to transform your life like never before. But let me ask you something, are you truly ready? I'm not talking about those fleeting New Year's resolutions or a temporary boost of motivation. I mean real transformation, the kind that wakes you up each morning with unwavering clarity, unstoppable focus, and a heart full of courage to silence doubt and distractions. In today's video, we're diving deep into 9 transformative truths rooted in timeless Buddhist wisdom. These aren't just mantras, they're practical guides to help you break free from limitations, ignite your purpose, and grow into your best self. And if you stay with me until the end, I've got a bonus lesson, one that could completely shift how you approach uncertainty, challenges, and opportunities this year. This isn't just another motivational video. It's a call to action, a roadmap for unstoppable growth in 2025. So, are you ready to step into your power, to embrace your potential, and to rewrite your story this year? Part 1, I am the best. Let's start with the first transformative truth, I am the best. Now, before you shy away from this idea, let me clarify, this isn't about arrogance or comparing yourself to others. It's about recognizing your own unique brilliance and the limitless potential you carry within. Think of a lotus flower. It grows in murky waters, yet it rises above, untouched by the mud, blooming in unparalleled beauty. That's you. Your worth isn't determined by the noise of the world around you. It lies within, waiting to flourish. But for this potential to shine, belief is the key. Buddha once said, "You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection." This isn't just a poetic idea, it's a profound truth. Too often, we allow self-doubt or external opinions to cloud our vision of who we truly are. But when you believe in your worth, you unlock the door to endless growth and transformation. A story of self-belief. Let me share a quick story. There was a young woman named Maya who always felt overshadowed by her peers. She'd watch others succeed and think, "That's not for me. I'm not good enough." One day, she stumbled upon the story of the lotus flower and decided to make a change. Each morning, she stood in front of the mirror, looked herself in the eyes, and said, "I am the best." At first, it felt silly. But over time, this daily affirmation rewired her mindset. She started noticing her strengths, her creativity, her resilience, her ability to connect with people. These small realizations built her confidence. And soon, she was achieving goals she once thought impossible. Maya didn't become the best compared to others, she became her best self. And that made all the difference. Reflection exercise. Now, I want you to take a moment. What's one strength you've been overlooking in yourself? Maybe it's your kindness, your determination, or your creativity. Write it down. Reflect on it. And every morning, look in the mirror and say, "I am the best." Not because you're better than others, but because you're committed to becoming the best version of yourself. When you embrace this mindset, something incredible happens. Self-doubt starts to lose its grip. You stop relying on external validation and find your anchor within. Like the lotus flower, you rise above the noise, blooming with confidence and purpose. So, repeat after me, I am the best. This is your foundation. your starting point for unstoppable growth. Hold on to it, because the journey is just beginning. Part 2. I can do anything. The second transformative truth is simple yet powerful. I can do anything. What's stopping you from reaching your full potential? 9 times out of 10. It's not the world around you, it's the limits you've created in your own mind. These boundaries are like invisible cages. But here's the truth, you hold the key to unlock them. Buddha once said, "With our thoughts, we make the world." Your mindset shapes your reality. So, what happens if you replace "I can't" with "I can"? A story of breaking limits. Imagine a bird raised in a cage. Over time, even if the cage door is opened, the bird might hesitate to fly, convinced that the sky is out of reach. But the moment it dares to spread its wings, it discovers the boundless freedom it's always had. I'll share a real-life story. There was a man named Anil who dreamt of starting his own business. For years, he told himself, "I can't. I don't have the resources or the skills." One day, his friend asked him a simple question, "What if you could?" That shift in perspective was enough to get Anil to take the first step. He started small, learned along the way, and built a thriving business over time. What changed? It wasn't his circumstances, it was his belief. The cage door had always been open, he just needed the courage to step through. Actionable practice. Here's an exercise for you. Close your eyes and think of one goal you've been hesitant to pursue. Maybe it's learning a new skill, starting a fitness routine, or even mending a strained relationship. Picture yourself achieving it, not as some distant dream, but as a real possibility. Now, ask yourself, what's one small step I can take today to move closer to that goal? Maybe it's as simple as sending an email, making a call, or spending 10 minutes learning something new. Take that step, no matter how small it feels. Every action builds momentum, reinforcing the belief that you can. The power of small steps. Transformation doesn't happen in one giant leap. It's the result of consistent, determined effort. Each small step brings you closer to your potential. And along the way, you'll discover strength and creativity you never knew existed. When obstacles arise, remember, they're not walls, they're stepping stones. Challenges aren't here to stop you, they're here to shape you. So, tell yourself daily, "I can do anything." Not as blind optimism, but as an act of courage, a declaration that you're willing to try, to grow, and to believe in the limitless possibilities within you. Part 3. My future is bright. The third transformative truth is a powerful reminder for all of us: my future is bright. Life often feels uncertain. The weight of the unknown can be overwhelming, making it hard to see the light ahead. But Buddhist wisdom offers a liberating truth: each morning we are born again. What we do today matters most. Your future isn't a mystery written in the stars, it's shaped by the choices you make right now. Even when life feels stormy, remember this: the storm is temporary, but the sun always rises. A story of hope in adversity. Let me tell you about Sarah, a young woman who felt trapped in a cycle of failure. She'd lost her job and was struggling to find direction. Each day felt heavier than the last, and she began to believe that her future was hopeless. One day, Sarah decided to start small. She wrote down 3 things she was grateful for each morning: the support of her family, the skill she'd gained from her previous job, and the fact that she still had the ability to try again. Slowly but surely, her perspective shifted. She began to see opportunities where there were once obstacles. Within a year, Sarah had found a new career path, one she loved even more than her old one. The lesson: Sarah didn't wait for her future to magically improve, she started building it, one small step at a time. The practice of gratitude. Gratitude is one of the simplest yet most transformative practices. It shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present and possible. Every morning, take a moment to write down 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. It could be the smile of a loved one, the warmth of the sun, or the fact that you have the strength to face another day. This practice doesn't just change your mood, it rewires your brain to see the possibilities in every situation. Gratitude is the foundation of hope, and hope is the compass that guides you toward a brighter future. Trust in the process. Building a bright future doesn't happen overnight. It's like planting seeds. The harvest doesn't appear immediately. But with patience, care, and consistency, it will come. Every effort you make today, no matter how small, is a seed for tomorrow's success. As the Buddha said, the trouble is, you think you have time. This isn't a warning, it's an invitation to act now. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start today. Even the tiniest step forward is a step toward the life you want. Reflection. Ask yourself, what's one thing I can do today to move closer to my vision of a brighter future? It might be a phone call, a moment of reflection, or learning a new skill. Whatever it is, do it with intention. Remember this truth: my future is bright. Not because of luck, but because of the effort and belief you pour into today. Part 4. I will work hard. The 4th transformative truth is a commitment that builds both character and success. I will work hard. Hard work is often misunderstood. It's not about exhausting yourself or endlessly striving for perfection. True hard work is about aligning your efforts with your purpose, pouring your heart into something meaningful. When your actions resonate with your values, work becomes a joyful expression of who you are. Buddha said, "Your work is to discover your work and then with all your heart give yourself to it." This wisdom reminds us that hard work isn't just about what you achieve, it's about who you become in the process. The sculptor's vision. Picture a sculptor standing before a rough block of stone. To the untrained eye, it's just a heavy, shapeless mass. But the sculptor sees something extraordinary hidden within. With each stroke of the chisel, they bring that vision to life. Hard work is like that sculptor's process. It's deliberate, purposeful, and focused. Every small effort you make is a chisel mark on the masterpiece of your life. A real-life story of purposeful effort. Take the example of Ravi, an ordinary man with an extraordinary dream. Ravi wanted to open a community center in his neighborhood, a place where children could learn and grow. But he had no money, no resources, and no connections. What he did have was determination. Each day, Ravi took one small step, writing letters to local businesses, organizing fundraisers, and sharing his vision with anyone who would listen. It took years of persistence, but eventually, his hard work paid off. The community center became a reality, changing the lives of countless children. Ravi's journey wasn't easy, but he never gave up. His story teaches us that when your work aligns with your purpose, It becomes a source of strength, not exhaustion. Actionable practice. Find your why. Ask yourself, what work sets my soul on fire? It doesn't have to be grand. It just needs to matter to you. Break it down. Big dreams can feel overwhelming. Break them into smaller, achievable steps. Focus on giving your best to each one. Celebrate small wins. Every step forward is a victory. Celebrate the progress you're making, no matter how small it seems. The joy of purposeful work. Hard work isn't just about reaching the finish line, it's about the journey. When your efforts are rooted in purpose, they nourish you instead of draining you. The Buddha reminds us, a jug fills drop by drop. Each drop of effort adds to the whole, bringing you closer to your vision. At times, the road may feel long, and progress might seem slow. In those moments, return to your why. Let your sense of purpose reignite your determination. Remember, the true reward of hard work isn't just the outcome, it's the growth and transformation you experience along the way. Daily affirmation. Each morning, remind yourself, I will work hard. Not because you must, but because you can. You are the sculptor, and your life is the masterpiece. With each effort, you're creating something extraordinary. Part 5. No excuses. The fifth transformative truth is both empowering and challenging. No excuses. Excuses might feel like a shield, protecting you from discomfort or failure. But in reality, they are chains holding you back from your potential. Buddhist wisdom teaches us that we are the masters of our fate. You are your own master. The future depends on what you do today. This truth is both a responsibility and a profound freedom. The gardener's lesson. Imagine a gardener standing before barren soil, dreaming of a lush, vibrant garden. But instead of planting seeds, the gardener blames the sun for being too harsh, the rain for being too scarce, or the tools for being inadequate. The soil, indifferent to these excuses, waits patiently for care. Your life is like that soil, rich with possibility. But it requires you to take responsibility, to stop making excuses, and to start planting the seeds of growth. A story of responsibility. Let me tell you about James. He was a talented musician who dreamed of recording his own album. For years, he told himself, I don't have the time, the right equipment, or the connections. These excuses kept him stuck. One day, a friend challenged him, what if you just start with what you have? James took that advice to heart. He recorded his first song using a simple phone app and shared it online. The response was overwhelming. Encouraged, he continued creating, improving his skills and finding resources along the way. Today, James has a thriving music career, not because he waited for the perfect moment, but because he chose action over excuses. Actionable practice. Identify excuses. Think of one area in your life where excuses have taken root. Maybe it's a fitness goal, a creative project, or a dream you've postponed. Reframe the excuse. Replace I can't because with how can I? For example, instead of saying I don't have time, ask yourself, how can I make time? Take one small step. Commit to one action today that moves you closer to your goal. It could be as simple as sending an email, researching a topic, or setting aside 10 minutes for your project. The power of ownership. Excuses keep you in your comfort zone. But growth happens when you step beyond it. By taking responsibility, you unlock the freedom to shape your life. The Buddha's wisdom reminds us, the present moment is fertile ground. What you plant today, free from the distractions of blame or procrastination, will bear fruit tomorrow. Celebrate your wins. Keep a journal of the actions you take despite the temptation to make excuses. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. These moments of accountability build resilience and strengthen your belief in your ability to overcome challenges. Daily affirmation. Each day, tell yourself, no excuses. My future depends on what I do today. When you embrace this mindset, you'll discover a profound truth. There's nothing more liberating than knowing you hold the key to your own growth. Part 6. I am getting better each day. The sixth transformative truth is one of hope and consistency. I am getting better each day. Progress isn't about grand leaps, it's about small, deliberate steps forward. Buddhist wisdom teaches us, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. True transformation happens quietly, in the day-to-day efforts that shape your life. The potter's process. Imagine a potter sitting at their wheel, working on a lump of clay. At first glance, the clay is formless, seemingly incapable of becoming art. Yet, with each gentle touch, each turn of the wheel, the clay begins to take shape. The potter doesn't rush or force the process, they trust it, knowing that patience and persistence will reveal something beautiful. This is your journey of growth. Each day, you're shaping yourself, your skills, your mindset, your potential, little by little. A story of incremental growth. Take Maria, for example. She dreamed of running a marathon but had never run more than a mile in her life. Instead of letting the enormity of the goal overwhelm her, Maria broke it down into daily steps. She started by running for just 5 minutes a day. Gradually, she increased her time and distance. It wasn't easy, there were days she felt like quitting. But she reminded herself, I am getting better each day. After months of steady progress, Maria crossed the finish line of her first marathon. Her success wasn't about being the fastest runner or having natural talent. It was about showing up daily, believing in her ability to improve. Actionable practice. Celebrate small wins at the end of each day. Ask yourself, what did I do better today than yesterday? It could be something as simple as handling a situation with more patience or taking a step toward a goal. Track your progress. Keep a journal where you record even the smallest improvements. Over time, these micro-wins will paint a powerful picture of your growth. Affirm your progress each morning. Look in the mirror and say, I am getting better each day. This affirmation shifts your focus from perfection to progress. Embrace setbacks as lessons. Growth isn't linear. There will be days when you stumble. And that's okay. In fact, these moments often hold the greatest lessons. Instead of viewing setbacks as failures, see them as opportunities to learn and adjust. The Buddha reminds us, a disciplined mind brings happiness. Discipline isn't about perfection, it's about showing up for yourself with commitment and compassion. The compound effect of effort. Think of a jug filling drop by drop. Each drop seems insignificant on its own, but together, they create something whole and transformative. Your daily efforts are like those drops. They may feel small, but over time, They build into something remarkable. Daily affirmation. Say it with me, I am getting better each day. With this mindset, you'll not only reach your goals, you'll become someone stronger, wiser, and more resilient in the process. Part 7. I was born to do great things. The seventh transformative truth is a bold declaration of purpose. I was born to do great things. This isn't about being famous or achieving monumental success by society's standards. It's about aligning your actions with your unique purpose and fulfilling the role only you can play in the tapestry of life. Buddhist wisdom reminds us, your purpose in life is to find your purpose and give your whole heart and soul to it. Greatness isn't about comparison, it's about authenticity. The river's journey. Imagine a river carving its way through rocky terrain. It doesn't compare itself to other rivers, nor does it seek validation. It simply flows, guided by its natural course, shaping valleys and nourishing life along the way. You, too, have a purpose. And like the river, you're here to create something meaningful, not by trying to outdo others, but by being the fullest expression of yourself. A story of living with purpose. Let me tell you about Ravi, a teacher who believed his purpose was to inspire young minds. Despite working in a small school with limited resources, he poured his heart into his lessons. His enthusiasm was contagious, and his students thrived, not just academically but as compassionate, curious individuals. Years later, many of Ravi's students credited him for their successes, saying his belief in their potential changed their lives. Ravi wasn't famous or wealthy, but he lived with purpose. He understood that greatness lies in the impact you have on others. Finding your purpose. Ask yourself what sets your soul on fire, what activity makes you lose track of time, what brings you a sense of fulfillment and joy. The answers often point toward your purpose. Reflect weekly. Take time each week to evaluate how your actions align with your purpose. Are you dedicating time to what truly matters? Or are distractions pulling you away? Start small. You don't have to transform the world overnight. Purposeful living starts with small, intentional actions, helping a neighbor, pursuing a passion, or mentoring someone in need. Embracing challenges along the way. Living your purpose doesn't mean the path will be easy. Challenges are inevitable, but they're also opportunities for growth. As the Buddha teaches, resilience is born from knowing your why. When your actions are anchored in purpose, no obstacle can keep you down for long. Reflection. Each day, ask yourself, did I take a step toward my purpose today? Even if it's a small step, it matters. Purposeful living is about progress, not perfection. Daily affirmation. Say it out loud, I was born to do great things. Not in comparison to anyone else, but because your unique role in this world matters. When you live with intention and authenticity, you create a legacy that touches the lives of those around you. Part 8. People's opinions don't affect me. The eighth transformative truth is a cornerstone of inner peace. People's opinions don't affect me. Too often, we let the opinions of others dictate our choices, as if their approval defines our worth. But Buddhist wisdom offers this reminder: do not seek approval outside yourself. True freedom comes from within, where no fleeting judgment can disturb your peace. The forest's lesson. Picture yourself standing in a serene forest. The trees sway gently in the wind, their roots firmly planted in the ground. No matter how strong the gusts, they remain unshaken. This is how your mind should be, rooted in self-awareness, unbothered by the ever-changing winds of others' opinions. Seeking validation is like chasing the wind. It's intangible, unpredictable, and beyond control. Even if you do everything perfectly, someone will always find fault. So why give others the power to cloud your journey? A story of resilience. Consider Aisha, an artist who shared her work online. At first, she was thrilled by the praise. But when criticism started rolling in, she began doubting her talent. For weeks, she avoided creating anything, paralyzed by the fear of judgment. Then, one day, Aisha had a realization: why should I let the opinions of strangers hold me back? My art is my truth. She stopped focusing on the noise and started creating for herself. Her confidence grew, and she found joy in her work again. Ironically, her authenticity attracted even more admiration, but this time, it didn't define her. Practical steps to let go of external opinions. Meditate on impermanence. Close your eyes and visualize a river carrying leaves downstream. Each leaf represents an opinion, floating for a moment, then drifting away. This practice reminds you that external judgments are temporary and hold no lasting power unless you cling to them. Anchor in self-awareness. Reflect on your values, strengths, and goals. Write them down as a reminder of what truly matters to you. When you're rooted in self-awareness, the opinions of others lose their sway. Discern feedback. Not all opinions are harmful. Learn to discern constructive feedback from noise. Take what helps you grow and let the rest go. The sculptor's approach. Imagine you're a sculptor working on a masterpiece. Criticism is like pieces of stone others suggest removing. You keep only what enhances the beauty of your creation and discard the rest. Your life is that masterpiece. Shape it with intention. Not to meet the expectations of others, but to reflect your truth. Daily affirmation. Each morning, remind yourself, people's opinions don't affect me. My worth comes from within. With this mindset, you'll walk your path with clarity and peace, unshaken by the world around you. Part 9. Life is precious. The ninth and final transformative truth is perhaps the most profound: life is precious. How often do we say, "I'll do it tomorrow," or "there's plenty of time for that later"? We delay our dreams, important conversations, and even our happiness, believing we have endless time. But Buddhist wisdom reminds us of this stark reality. The trouble is, you think you have time. Time is not an infinite resource. It's fleeting, precious, and irreplaceable. Recognizing this truth can transform the way you live. A story of urgency and gratitude. Let me tell you about John, a businessman who was always too busy for his family. He promised himself that once he reached a certain level of success, he'd spend more time with his kids. But one day, life threw him a curveball. He was diagnosed with a serious illness. Faced with his own mortality, John realized what truly mattered. He started spending his mornings walking with his children, sharing stories, and making memories. His health eventually improved, but he never returned to his old ways. John learned to value the time he had and to live each day with intention. His story is a reminder: don't wait for life to force you to realize its preciousness. Start today. Living in the present. Buddhism teaches us to embrace the present moment, not as an escape from responsibility but as an opportunity to fully live. Think of a flower blooming. It doesn't wait for the perfect conditions. It blossoms with the time it has, adding beauty to the world. Here's how you can start embracing life's preciousness. Practice gratitude daily. Reflect on 3 things that made today meaningful, no matter how small. Spend time intentionally. Dedicate moments to activities and people that align with your values. Act now. Stop delaying your dreams. Whether it's starting a project, mending a relationship, or taking a leap of faith, take that first step today. Daily affirmation. Say this to yourself every morning: life is precious. I will make the most of today. With this truth, you'll approach each moment with purpose, gratitude, and a sense of urgency, not from fear, but from love for the life you've been given. Call to action. Join the journey to wisdom. As we close this video, I want to leave you with one important thought: your life is a masterpiece, waiting to be shaped by your actions, beliefs, and mindset. If these insights resonate with you, join our community here on the path to Buddhist wisdom. Together, we'll continue exploring life-changing truths, one mindful moment at a time. Here's how you can stay connected. Like this video if you found it helpful. It's a small action that supports our mission of spreading wisdom. Share it with someone who needs to hear this message today. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Let's grow together in 2025, one transformative truth at a time. Thank you for watching. And may your path be filled with clarity, purpose, and peace.